All right, should we just jump into this?
Yeah.
Uh Vikings Weekly, we are out here. Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback in the league, but we're still 0-3. Uh Devastating loss this last week. Love to hear what everybody thinks about it.
I feel like you guys are ready to tank. You're 100% on the tank trail.
Luke, go first.
You don't want me to go first. I can't take it. This is exactly what I feared at the beginning of the season, and now it's all coming true. We're not good. Last year was everything went right, all the miracle wins, everything went right for us last year, and now the world is balancing out and everything is going wrong for us. Do you start with the game? Do you start with the specific positions? Like we can't stop the pass. And we've been saying this for years now. Like in this draft, the reason I didn't want to take Jordan Addison. And look, he's great. It has nothing to do with Jordan Addison. The reason I didn't want to take him in the first round is because we needed a cornerback. And look what just happened. We allowed 18 catches to one player.
Okay.
Insane.
Who was number 7 that they're just like targeting? Murphy Jr.?
No, 7 is Gerald Everett, but they went to 13. Keenan Allen just absolutely. Oh,
no,
7.
No. Our quarterback, Murphy Jr.
Murphy.
It's always one of those things where if you see someone's number a lot, sometimes it can be a good thing. But it seemed like they were kind of targeting him a little bit, where it's like, hey, we got some easy catches in his way.
You know that if we would have drafted a cornerback, we would have said the same thing of like, how many times have we tried this cornerback carousel? Like, it's just a fucking nightmare. Like, the Vikings have done this every single year. How can we be sure that this is the one that would have worked out? So Addison was the best choice at that time.
We just didn't address what we needed to address. And now we're paying the price of it. 18 catches to one player, 215 yards. And then Mike Williams, who only played half the game because he got hurt, had 121 yards. That's two guys. What's his name? Justin Herbert went 40 of 47 for 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. We sacked him one time and 47 dropbacks. Like, you can't win this way.
It's rough.
Yeah. Oh. That was the startling thing, is how many times we pressured him and we just couldn't close the deal. We pressured him so many times. We sent I shouldn't say pressure him, because we sent the blitz a ton of times and we just couldn't hit home with any of them. And we put our corners in really bad positions where he's just having to get rid of the ball early, and it really screwed with our secondary. And yeah, so embarrassing. 18 catches, like, where do you begin with that, man? Like, Terrell Owens had 22 that one year against the Bears, and I haven't seen anything. 18, I can't even think of a time when I witnessed a game when they had a player had 18 catches. Like, that's
Brandon Marshall had 21 for the Bears.
There you go.
The Broncos.
Well, this is starting to remind me of like the Cunningham / getting into Culpepper years, where we put up a lot of yards. We can, for some reason, we still can't really score that often yet, even though we should be.
Weird. Yeah.
But it's just who can score the most, because we are a funnel on defense. We let everything go.
Oh, it's pathetic. Yeah, no, we're the town whore. Everybody's just like licking their lips, like, oh my God, that's the payday. We're the payday team. Back the Brinks truck up, because when you come to town, or if we come to your town, everyone on offense is getting paid, because you're setting fucking records. You're hitting your the cap,
your bonus.
You're getting your bonuses.
Your bonus.
Have 10 catches, 3 touchdowns in one game. Like, oh, I hope we're playing the Vikings. Flores is like, and I can't blame Flores. I have people hitting me up like, are you done with the Flores experiment? I'm like, no, this has nothing to do with Flores. This is on Quessy. Quessy handed Flores garbage. There's just no one there. And then Kyle Hamilton, the safety who I wanted 2 years ago, who dropped to us, and we said, no, we're going to move back. And we took Lewis Seen, who John will tell you does not play football, apparently. Kyle Hamilton had 3 sacks and a fumble recovery yesterday, or on Sunday. Yeah, like
mind you, 3 sacks in the first half.
We got 1 the whole game.
Yeah,
but isn't Hunter's like second in the league right now for sacks, isn't he?
First.
Hunter's great. I love Daniil.
Like
He's first, if not for Monday night games. I didn't see the stat.
like look at these stats
update on
right
that,
now.
but
We got first for passing with
Kirk.
Kirk, first receiving for Jefferson, and then they're saying Fox is saying second for sacks, but obviously who knows if Fox is right.
When was that stat pulled?
no, it probably is right.
This was 5 days ago, so we are a little off,
Oh,
but
Before the
we
game,
still
yeah, so
but we
Daniil-
still have. It was funny seeing. I was looking for the whole like infographic of what Kirk is currently on track for. He's on track for like 6,000 yards, like 40 or 50 touchdowns, and 0-17. It would be like the most hilarious year of all time.
It's crazy.
Yep. Jefferson
Getting those 5,000 yards that I talked about at the beginning of the season.
2,200 yards. Looks like, hey, you know what? Correct myself here. TJ Watt is number 1 in sacks. He has 6.
He's one ahead.
And Daniil has 5. But it's still embarrassing. It's like,
this is a day ago. This stat is a day ago, actually. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't even know how many yards did JJ have on Sunday?
151, 149. Yeah.
yeah,
What-
he's the best
What-
receiver in the league by
every-
far.
Oh, easily. He's the most incredible receiver.
Him and
He's-
AJ Brown, I feel like the only people that like have these weird game defining dynamics.
Why did we run the
see,
ball
that's why.
on Sunday?
Why
Like
did
the only time the offense got rolling was like when we were forcing it to JJ. Why the fuck were we constantly running the ball?
I mean, we need to run the ball more now. Like we're not getting, what do we have? I think we have 7. Oh, sorry. We have 9 first downs on the season rushing the ball in 3 games. That's 3 rushing first downs a game. They gave us 7 first downs from penalties last game. More than double the amount we got from running the ball.
It is really confusing to me because we could easily be 2-1 right now. We could easily beaten the Buccaneers if we didn't have those stupid fumbles. Same thing with the Chargers. If we didn't have those idiotic, dumb fumbles that we had again for another game in a row. We had a Hawkinson tragic fumble. That interception at the end is, I'm going to call it a fumble as well on Hawkinson. 2 fumbles on him. I don't want to give him I don't want to give Kirk an interception there because he threw essentially about as perfect a ball as you want in the end zone, game-winning touchdown in his midst, and can't bring it in. So that's a really frustrating thing.
Well, because Hawk's getting paid as if he can be forced the ball. He can't.
100%.
Bash this team all you want, but we could easily be 2-1 right now and be doing just fine. It's been little nicky-nacky, weird, uncharacteristic fumbles, things that don't normally happen to this team. We have essentially the same offense that we did last year, right? Take away Dalvin Cook. And
pretty big difference.
Yeah, it's just weird to me what's happening, how we turn the ball over so much now. We couldn't convert on that 4th down. It's like this team has become increasingly shaky on offense when that was our strength.
That's because Hawk and Kate Osborne completely deflate any momentum that we ever have.
Yeah.
They miss random little like 2nd and 3rd down tries on drives that are pretty easily convertible a lot of the time. And they're dropping passes that sometimes are a little forced, but there's still catches that they should be making. And then it throws a whole quarter out of whack after you blow 2 drives back to back.
Well, we're forcing Kirk to make 3rd and longs, which he's doing at 42%. Like that's a high percentage. That's going to kind of, that's going to be inconsistent to rely on that all the time. But you're right. It's play calling. Kevin O'Connell doesn't come up with creative things to get 3-4 yards. He always is like trying to go for 15 yards and then you miss it. And then you're in, you put yourself with your back against the wall because the running game barely gets anything. We get 2-3 yards a carry, and then you're putting Kirk in a tough spot where he's got to come up with magic every 3rd down. And look, we're not creating any turnovers. We're turning the ball over way too much. It's ridiculous.
It's
Our
insane.
turnover ratio right now is -7. We're just handing away games with stupid shit. But we're not creating any turnovers. Like it all eventually goes back to the defense. Our offense is great. JJ's fucking incredible. Nobody touches him. Kirk is playing at a pro, easily Pro Bowl level, all pro level.
If we're winning games, he's playing at an MVP level.
Yeah.
As crazy as that
We're
is.
3-0.
He's MVP of the league if we win 2 of those games.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks better than Dak, who's 2-1. He looks way better than Jalen Hurts. I don't give a shit. He looks like dog shit. This guy's getting lucky ass 1 yard tush push touchdowns every game. Otherwise, he looks fat and slow. He can't evade anybody. But they've had a soft ass schedule.
Say what you really mean, jeez.
The Jalen Hurts thing is ridiculous. New England showed everybody how to beat them, and we just aren't finishing the deal. But New England sucks. And I think we suck, and we both almost beat them. So I don't give a shit about Philly.
I think this year's being way more honest to us than last year, because last year we fell into a lot of wins that we did win. A W's a W. We
didn't deserve a lot
Sunday.
of them. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we still have the same symptoms as last year. We haven't overcome any of that type of keeping teams around that we should beat. We really haven't lost. We haven't been beat by any team. We've lost every game that we've lost so far. You know, we were the team that could easily capture a victory, and for some reason, we just don't step up to the plate.
Okay, I have a question. So last year's Detroit Lions, looking at that team, if you guys remember it, you know, going, what were they, 0-7, and then completed their season how we know they completed. Is there any type of similarity or hope for the Vikings to pull off some sort of miracle like they did last season? Looking at those teams.
I think yes. I think we have 6 divisional games left. We could easily take care of those, all those. We don't know. It's pretty tight, kind of rock fight type division. But I think, yes, I think the defense is only going to get better. I think we have reinforcements coming. We got Reisner on the O-line. We have the running back Akers is only going to be better for the backfield than what we have right now.
But he's a cancer in the locker room, what you guys said.
Yeah, I have been hearing about that, but that could have been the fact that he didn't get reps for the Rams. It could have been an internal thing. We don't fully understand that.
So the rumors are.
So I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. Go ahead.
What?
Rumors are he was trying to bang Sean McVay's wife.
Shut up.
And like
again,
was, like, completely unapologetic to it. And was
so
like
no biggie.
Locker room talking about how hot his wife is.
No biggie.
He goes, get over it. Like everyone fucking thinks she's hot. Shut the fuck up. And I'll tell you, she goes to our gym. She's fucking hot.
She does?
Yeah.
I've never seen her.
You might have, but you just didn't know it was her.
So is he like trying by just flirting, or is he like literally taking her aside and saying like let me hit? Shot.
Wasn't this a Jared Goff thing too? I thought that happened with Goff.
Well, if it did, now we know anybody that talks to his wife is getting sent out.
Yeah. So he sounds like she's talking to a lot.
Tiny bit insecure about his wife.
He's a little guy.
He's little. Yeah.
Little man.
She's like a little Russian, right? I've seen pictures of her, but.
Oh, her? She's taller than him, but she's like brunette. She's hot.
Isn't she Russian?
It's like Veronica or something.
I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know what her name is. But
that's crazy though. The Cam Akers. Yeah, they said it was an accountability for actions. It was 2 things. Laura Oakman reported it, and they said that one of the Rams officials said that it was a lack of accountability. It was 2 things. Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
It's kind of an odd couple thing. She's definitely that's got some Instagram model to it.
Yeah.
Some.
I mean, no shade. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
She might have eyes for a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To your point, Akers.
It's like leave the women out of it. You know what I mean? It's just like play the football game and stop with that. It's like
he's probably just used to like talking mad shit in the locker room, and now it's like, okay, you can't do that when someone's married. It's not like you're just like fucking.
But maybe that's the bit, because like let's say they're actually not trying to have sex with her, but she's like kind of flirtatious and super fun, and like the locker room talks like who's trying to bang his wife. Like that's pretty normal, I think. If it's like because it's coach to player.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
Does anyone know what Kevin O'Connell's wife looks like?
Oh yeah, good question. Remember when Simmer?
I can't believe we're doing this.
Super hot girl that was like 30 years younger than her, like after his wife died, and you're like, Zim, like you're such a salty old man. You're dating this like blonde that's 30.
Yeah, but that's when we started sucking, is when he lost his focus.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we were nasty defense for years, and then all of a sudden it was like, we're not playing defense. Like, what's going on here? Are you just like doing a lazy base thing or what? Like what?
Dating a 30-year-old from,
Yeah, I get, yeah.
you
Who
know,
knew? Who knew? Who knew?
I
Just-
can't see.
We
He's
can't
just
put
kind of
this-
doing like he's
Let's
kind of
not put
doing
this
his Kirk.
man's wife on. Let's not put
Kind of
this man's.
cute. We're fucked. Hey, Akers are gonna try to bang Cox's wife, and then he's gonna suck here too. But honestly,
No, Kevin O'Connell kind of has like a Kirk Cousins thing going on, like perfect family unit, just doing their
They're
thing.
locked in.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard him curse. I would never see Kirk take the Lord's name
See,
in vain.
See now, how much of this do you put on you shoulder on O'Connell? Like
All
the
of it.
coach, yes, I
the head
really
coach.
think he's been the problem this year, and I'm not. I look at last year and some of the head scratching decisions that we've made. We had some pretty bad in-game decisions as well. So this has become sort of par for the course. I don't know if he's going to continue to improve as a head coach, but we're definitely going to see more of this stuff later in the year. This has become the team's identity, is this weird kind of fourth down. We're going to be on fourth down, having to be in a tight situation like that. It's become our identity. And that's frustrating to see as a fan. And then
So
I'm
who
afraid
needs to
that
step
this is
in
just
that
never going to stop with
position?
this.
Because we
You've
have
got to,
like
he's got to learn. He's got to get some sort of $75,000 position where it's like a time clock management kind of guy that gives you like structure or something, because it's just clearly not working. It's been 2 years of coming up on 2 years of this now. And it's just, I have a fear that this is going to continue to be the trend for the team. These constant types of late game scenarios where it's going to be one or two plays that are going to be the difference for us.
Right. Because he's banked our whole team on our aerial attack. You know, you ship off Delvin. We say, look, we don't even really need a running back on this team, even though Alexander Madison's formidable and fine. And we didn't worry much about the defense in the draft, like you were saying. So it's totally on O'Connell's strategy of saying we're going to score more points than everybody through the air. And when it's not clicking, you can't really put it on the defense.
It's weird. It's weird. Yeah. When it's clicking, the defense is just not cohesive enough to match up with what the offense has going on. It's like you see what the Niners have their offense is flowing smoothly. Their defense is boom. It's like they'll come up and stop or get a stop when they need it. It's just not happening for us. It's like there's this disjunction going on, and you have to put that on the head coach.
Well, there's another report that he said there was miscommunication on the last play of the game. This is the same shit I heard last year when we would lose.
Silly. I don't need to hear excuses. A miscommunication.
That's on
Figure
you.
it out.
That's on you.
It
That's
should
no
be
one
an
else's
auto
fault.
clock. I was screaming at the TV, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. And then when he kind of took the snap, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be a touchdown here, right? I was kind of like holding my breath, but it's like we all know, and he even admitted after the game, the right decision was to clock it.
Yeah, it's just, look, last year when Kirk was on his own in Buffalo and like tried to QB sneak it, and then at the end, like we watch on Quarterback on Netflix, he's like, oh, like, why didn't you let me call a timeout and, set up a play for you? It's not his fucking job. Kirk's on the field battling. You're on the sideline. You look at the play and go, wait, this doesn't look familiar. Timeout. No, he lets it unfold. And then afterwards goes, wait a second, let me help you. You're the fucking head coach. If something doesn't look the way it's supposed to look, call a timeout, fix it. Enough with this miscommunication. I don't see any other teams with miscommunication. You've got a fucking dot on the helmet. You can speak directly to him. We're at home. And our crowd was so loud, that's what he was saying, was the crowd was so loud that like we couldn't hear the calls. Are you kidding me?
That horrible.
It's a fucking home game. Like, what do you think it's going to be like in Kansas City? Well, I guess that's at home too, but anywhere.
Is there anything to it that maybe we've played some good teams though? Like, we don't know, right?
We've played a bad Chargers team. They gave us a free out when we turned the ball over on fourth down. We should never have been in that position. Brandon Staley, what are you doing running with that fourth? We played a bad team. We should have put him to bed there. There's no excuse for that loss. That's easily one of the worst losses I've seen in years. It was frustrating, man, to see that the way
they're missing their best player. They're missing their fucking most explosive player, Austin Eckler. Like, and we're at home. Like
Think about how stupid Austin Eckler would have made us look.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, he would have been running all over the field.
But interesting to note here before I forget here. So if you watch the press conference when Kevin O'Connell, we just lost to the Chargers, he's saying, "I believe we have the leaders. I believe we have the talent. I believe we have the team to put this together." You see him the very next morning, the Monday morning presser with the media, and it looks terrible, man. It's like he looked at the film and realized, oh my God, we're fucked. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with this, is like you're finally starting to see the splinters of Kevin O'Connell. You're starting to see the cracks appear a little bit. So we're going to have to see how he adjusts. We're heavy favorites here. We're 3.5 point, I shouldn't say heavy favorite, 3.5 point favorites at Carolina. We should beat them by about a touchdown or so.
That's going to be
curious to see.
Talk about embarrassing.
Curious to see how we rebound. If we lose to the Panthers, pack it in.
100%, 100%. Because losing to Baker and the Bucks, like that sucked. Whatever, but we all kind of thought that was going to happen. And Baker, minus last night, he's just like zero fucks, like going for it situation. And
he showed out against us for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, but to go to Carolina, see Adam Thielen go up against like a rookie quarterback, which if we lose, it's going to be really bad.
If Bryce Young or Dalton puts us to bed and we end up taking Dalton. An L here, we legitimately need to think about trading Kirk Cousins at that point. And at this point, I kind of laugh at all these trade Kirk Cousins, ha 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 ha. But seriously, if we lose to the Panthers, the sky is falling. Like it's done.
We're done.
Yeah. No. So to catch up, John, to your point, the this morning's presser with Kevin O'Connell, he said like the players need to be accountable. If you're not doing your job, you're gonna get benched. Like now you're threatening people.
Crazy.
With benching.
We've never seen him act like that before.
Exactly. And now 0-3, these guys aren't. If you see on tape, these guys aren't doing their job. Bench them. Like you've got it's past the point of threats, because now we're in a dire situation in the schedule where, like we just said, we're playing in Carolina. Carolina's defense is nasty. They have been stopping people. I believe they have the second ranked defense when it comes to allowing yards per game. Like this isn't going to be just a walk in the park. If Andy Dalton plays, I think that's worse for us because he runs that offense in a more traditional slow pace. They run the ball, they run some clock. Like we're not going to get all the possessions we're used to getting.
I would agree.
Yeah, Bryce.
I want to see Young over Dalton. I think we'd pressure Young in some weird ways.
Bryce will turn the ball over.
And I think it would be a little bit different of a feel than Herbert in the pocket. Yes. Yeah,
Bryce.
And by the way, Thielen had a game.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Carolina on Friday or on Sunday.
Nobody does. It's fucking
but it's gonna suck.
Thielen
Thielen's gonna blow us up.
He had, I think, 11 catches, 145 yards, and a touchdown. Like, he fucking balled out. And he even said he's not excited to play against us because it's going to be sad for him. Like, he loves us. That's the team that gave him a chance. That's his hometown, growing up team. And,
but
he's going to have 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and be, like, apologetic after the game. Being like,
he's
sorry,
gonna be
guys.
Dude,
I love Vikes, but, like, it's hard to see him lose like this.
Yeah. It's hard to see an organization fail that I love.
And then the next game is against the Chiefs, which I'll just give a loss immediately. Like you cannot. I'm already ready to give it
a loss. Chiefs is an auto loss.
Auto loss, of course. Yeah.
So if we lose this week, when is the next foreseeable win?
The Bears
at Bears.
And you
know how we do at Soldier Field. Not good.
It's going to be a close
game. It's going to be a close, gritty, down to the last second game.
As bad as Fields has been, though. Oh my God! Did you guys see that game? The Chiefs Bears game was laughable. I was laughing every time they showed Taylor Swift, laughing. Every time they showed the Bears, it was a funny thing. It was great seeing Fields collapse.
That's what's going to suck, though, is we're going to go into the Bears game. The Bears are easily the worst team in the league. And we're going to go in there and have, like, a pretty close game with them.
Yeah, because they're fighting for their lives, too. They're like, jobs are on the line. Everyone on that team is now in the expendable area where it's like, guys, we're, if you don't do it, we're in a rebuild. And we haven't reached that because we had 13 wins last year and everyone thinks like, oh, this team is just like a couple pieces away. We're in a fucked situation because Kirk Cousins playing like this is going to demand $50 million and you're going to have to pay him next year. And no one's like, we're not going to pay that.
No, and he's not going to take a team-friendly deal. Everyone thinks Kirk is going to take a pay cut. He will not do that. That's stupid.
Never will.
Which
He's
is
going to reunite with
he just stacks cash. Like, what are you doing? Like, I hope you're doing something.
Yeah, what do you? Yeah,
with that big ass stack of cash that you're rolling with. Like,
he's
what are we
giving
doing?
it to God. He's gonna fucking build 17 churches for.
I mean, I hope he's doing something. My God, like seriously.
Yeah, I think Kirk reunites with Thielen down in Carolina next year. I think they're gonna do a whole little thing, and they're gonna be like,
you don't
got their quarterback.
Maybe they just took Bryce Young number 1 and they traded up, mortgaged their future for him. They love that guy.
They're not gonna get a quarterback, but
I see him going to the Niners.
I see him going
to
so maybe we probably trade Kirk for Bryce Young, and then they're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do that right now. Pass it over. They're never.
Would you take them? Would you take it straight up?
Absolutely, the number 1 pick overall. I'll take it with. I'll give them our first rounder too.
Okay, that's not a bad. That's actually not a bad pickup. You have the best quarterback in the league going for maybe the quarterback with the most potential.
35. A team that he would need to go to is a team like the Jets. So Robert Gronkowski last week before the game said, if whoever loses that game between the Vikings and the Chargers is going to face major implications. The Chargers' implications, had they lost, was firing Brandon Staley. I think they should still fire him because he makes the stupidest decisions in the NFL. That was proven the last week of the season 2 years ago when they didn't take the tie against the Raiders and they ended up losing in overtime. And they missed the playoffs because of that. Then he collapses in the playoffs last year against Jacksonville. That's the biggest comeback. And just then this year, he's doing the same shit. Fire Staley, but that's not our team. Fuck him. I don't care. Our team, he said, if we lost, we would have to basically tank, trade Kirk Cousins to the Jets. I would take Zach Wilson back just because why not? Let's see what he can do in a new place. But even if we didn't, and we just got anything back, tank now, start the Caleb Williams preparation because it's a quarterback league. If you don't have a top tier quarterback, you just can't compete.
But we do have a top tier quarterback right now, and we're getting our asses kicked.
35.
No, but it's all about the contract, is what it is. And then it's starting to get weird now with Jefferson. We got to give Jefferson the money, and Jefferson probably doesn't want to sign because he doesn't know who the QB is yet. And so now
he's going to want to bounce.
We cannot pay Kirk and Jefferson at the same time, especially with the money. And so it's kind of like, hey, listen, we're not going to have Kirk next year, probably. And so what Jefferson has no idea. He's like, I don't know if I want to stay if I don't have Kirk, if I don't have someone that I feel good about, And so that's a concern as a fan, is definitely what's going to happen with JJ's contract more than anything. Not so much quarterback, but like, how is that going to fit into what he wants long term?
So going back to Sunday, besides not making extremely dumb football errors, what are the keys to the game, both offensively and defensively, player wise, not necessarily game calling wise, against this Panthers?
Oh, against the Panthers.
Yes.
I mean, it depends on which quarterback shows up. True. It's two completely different game plans. Bryce Young is a small, scrambling quarterback who gets out of the pocket and can beat you with his legs.
Throwing some interceptions too.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're way more inclined to get turnovers that way, which would benefit us because we don't create any turnovers. We have a -7 turnover ratio, which has to be the worst in the NFL. I didn't even check, but
it is.
Bryce Young comes with more turnover, but he's also explosive. He could have his breakout game any week. Could kill us on the ground because we're not good at stopping anything. But
they are waiting for him to have a game, and then like Sports Center be like, Bryce Young.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
The number one.
And that's easily next Monday. Easily.
Sure,
where they're like, dude, this is everything we ever wanted. But then he still like pitter patters around the rest of the year. They're like, where was he? Like, where was the Bryce Young we saw with the Vikings? And it's like, yeah,
well, we wheeled out a college defense, so it's pretty easy on him. So I mean, it largely depends on which quarterback we see, but their defense is very good. They've got a decent running back with Miles Sanders. I don't think he's very good. He was with the Eagles last year, went to them just for a little bit of a payday. But Thielen, don't let Thielen embarrass us because that would just suck. But this is a game we should win. Like if we had won one of these games and we weren't just back against the wall, I'd be like, Carolina's a joke. Like completely overlooked them. We should win by 2 touchdowns easy. I still think we do just because our offense is so potent. But if we lose, it's over. The season's over. We will start 0-5. Then I'll be begging to tank.
I still think next 3 game stretch, we beat Carolina, we beat the Chiefs, we obviously pounce the Bears.
Bro, beating the
and
Chiefs
then we're back to being like one of the best teams in football.
And then we get the Niners.
Easy auto win.
Injury.
Auto loss Niners, auto loss Chiefs.
100%.
Like, what are we talking about here? That we have a shot against Pat Mahomes and
They're probably
Chiefs?
the 2 best teams in the NFL.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, so to be
best
Carolina,
case scenario, you're saying we're 2-5.
2-5 best case scenario. 1 in Carolina, 1 in Chicago.
100%. Yes. And then we have to try to whittle away at these divisional games and hope something happens with the rest of the division. Maybe we can sneak in with an 8 win or a 9 win.
Sneaking into a wild card.
Well, that's what we are,
8,
man.
and then just
like,
losing every credibility.
Welcome to NFL Vikings football.
Well, you know what sucks is that Packers win over the Saints on Sunday. I thought that was in the bag for the Saints. Like Packers really fucking came back.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Really out of nowhere. And then we've got to see the Saints too, November 12th.
Yep. We got the Saints and we have to play after San Francisco. We go to Lambeau. There's tough games, man. Like these are not the easy games last year. Like, oh, we're going in, we're smoking everybody. Like here's 35 points. What can you give back? Like we need to run. The problem with losing Dalvin isn't about Dalvin. It's that we don't run any clock anymore. Like we used to get up and then we could burn the clock because we would just run it out. Now we're just passing.
Fair point. Yeah.
Giving back the ball after a minute. Like you can't just expect this defense to stay.
Are you guys ready to bench Alexander Madison, or we're still rolling with him?
Split the carries with
Chandler.
With Akers
Chandler
and
looks
Chandler.
Great. I was loving
Chandler, you got to give him more. I'll do like 40. I do like 40, 20. So like Chandler, Akers, Madison. It's like you're the lowest on the totem pole right now at this point. Like you didn't put, yes, it's annoying. You should have scored in the end zone. He should have busted through in the end zone on the 3rd down run, on the 2nd down run. Embarrassing stops that he had. He didn't follow his blockers. We have video. We got receipts, my guy, of this. Not following the blockers. Didn't get in the end zone. It's like he has 0 touchdowns. It's like, what's going on with that? So, which it's puzzling to me. It's like, if you want to be the RB1, you've got to put your mouth guard in and you got to get in the end zone, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you there.
And again, the Vikings put him as like the head of like one of the franchise players on our Twitter this summer. Like, what are we doing? Why we're putting back?
I just saw one of like Adrian Peterson's highlights, right? Where he had basically like 300 yards in a game. And a big term that came with him was like he had a lot of like buck. Like he just got bucking. He had like this weird tenacity about him that has really never been seen before. But we have like none of that energy. Of just like that weird grittiness that says, oh, you have my ankle, but I'm still going to get 3 more fucking yards by any means necessary. There's none of it.
Yeah, he goes down too easy. It's strange. And I don't know what Chandler, why don't we give him the ball more? Yeah, weird.
What is this O-line? Like we have, like by name and by position, we have some of the best linemen in the NFL. Brian O'Neill's a monster. Christian Darrisaw can't stay on the field. Like at what point do we start just fearing that this guy is a glass? Like
let's address it here. Darrisaw and O'Neill have played poorly this year.
Yeah,
they have. Darrisaw, I understand, has been injured, and O'Neill as well. So we can't get too mad at them. I think they get better as the year goes. But we're gonna bench Ed Ingram this week, and we're gonna start Reisner. I'd like to see that. Let's see if that makes a difference. I think Schlottman has been fine for us, but Kirk's on his ass too much. And something needs to stop with that. You can't get sacked that many times. He's constantly throwing under duress. I feel like he's getting hit a little bit as he throws the ball and it's deviating his throws a tiny bit. You guys see that too? Like there's been several where he's right as he throws it, it's like his throws are slightly off on some of the third down ones I've seen now. I should have taken note of those, but there's been some ones where he definitely has not had a clean a pocket as he did the last couple. And I'm not saying last year he did by any stretch.
No, I mean, that's the problem. You see him get nervous in the pocket. And then again, we go back to the quarterback on Netflix. Like it was such a good insight because you got to see how many times this guy got hit. Like we had one of the highest ranked O-lines and he was the most hit quarterback in the NFL. That's also, again, going back to Kevin O'Connell, come up with more elaborate schemes. Like we paid Josh Oliver, the best blocking tight end in the NFL last year from the Baltimore Ravens, specifically not to catch passes, to fucking block. So now you have 6 linemen. Like you have 6 linemen in there and TJ Hawkinson if you need, and a running back to chip. We use a fullback. We're one of the only teams left using a fullback. You have 7 or 8 blockers. Like what the fuck? Our quarterback should never be touched. I don't want to see 35-year-old Kirk Cousins on the floor.
He's still the second most hit quarterback in the league.
We're so lucky that Kirk is not like Moody. Because he could easily get up after a game and be like, guys.
Oh, fuck it. Maybe he needs to be. Because remember Brady, when Brady was getting hit, he's like,
Aaron Rodgers.
iPads at people.
Right.
Like, that's what we need to see.
Yeah,
like,
get up on the mic and say, get me off my ass. I'm 35. I don't want to do this shit. We have one of the best weapons in the NFL with Justin Jefferson, if not the best. Keep me on my feet, and the two of us will have 400 yards a game. Like it's that simple, but every time I look up, he's getting his arm swatted. He's getting, and then with the tip interceptions, it's ridiculous too. But he gets hit so often.
Yeah.
He is internalizing this. I wonder who's getting all the brunt of this because Kirk, when they win, it's a fun press conference for Kirk. He's like funny, he's cracking jokes. But when they lose, it's a 2-minute thing and it's just serious, all business. Thank you so much. Really gracious, thanking everyone.
Yeah.
And then he's out of there, So, he definitely internalizes this. He definitely has his thoughts on what's happening.
I think I bet he's like one of those guys with like a rubber band on his wrist that just starts snapping it himself.
On the field.
Like, it's okay, Kirk. It's okay. Like, we'll get through this.
It's tough, man. It's a tough year to be a Vikings fan coming off last year when so much was so good. And we still have good players like Daniil and Kirk and JJ. And then you really look around and you're like, well, what does this all mean? Like we need.
Well, it's funny to walk around LA and like the bar wearing Viking stuff or Minnesota stuff and have every single person come up to you and be like, your squad is so much better than what you guys are showing. Like, it's going to come together. It's going to come together. And it's like what every single person says when they see you wearing stuff.
I don't get that. When I wear this around in Denver, people just scoff at me and they're like,
why are people in Denver such haters? I don't get it.
I remember when we lost, I wore the hat. I wasn't thinking. I went to King Soopers, the grocery store, and this woman was on speakerphone. She's like, this guy's wearing a Vikings hat. She starts laughing. And it's like, I can hear you. Like, you don't think I can hear you? I'm right here.
Why are people
It was so weird.
Well, she was actually like, hey, this guy was hitting on me with a Vikings
That's what I was going to say.
Like, who does he think
that's what
he
it
is?
was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Lecherous pervert. Well, bro, you're in Denver. They just ate 70 points from the Miami Dolphins.
Embarrassing. I laugh at them.
Fuck up for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
So I just had a baby 2 days ago, right? So I got a segment for you all. Who needs to like get kicked out of the house? Who needs to get a spanking and who needs to wake up from their nap? Okay.
Woo!
So who do we cut by getting kicked out of the house? Who just needs to like literally, we need to put them away for a second and they maybe need to be sat on the bench for a bit. So that's the spanking. And then who do we just need to be like, dude, wake the fuck up. Like we need you to step up.
All right. I got it. TJ Hawkinson needs to wake the fuck up.
Yes.
You got paid. You got paid as the highest tight end in history. And now you need to fucking show up like you did for the fucking Detroit Lions. It's not like, oh, this guy's never done it. When's he going to wake up? No, you were balling for the Lions. You need to ball. Kicked out of the, what was it? Kicked out of the house.
Kicked out of the house.
Kicked out of the house is
Cut.
gone.
It's done.
Yeah, you're done.
Cut him.
What was the other one? Spanking.
Just a spanking.
We got to spank Kevin O'Connell because I'm not going to fire him. The guy's got talent. I like what the idea, and also we're too far down the road of his plan. Like we've gotten rid of the running back, we got rid of the defense. Like, okay, now we're fucked. So you better lead us back to glory.
Ooh, are you kicking Kwesi out of the house?
Honest to God, I was
not yet.
I'm tired of his shit. It's 2 years. We had Rick Spielman before. He was so good. I loved Rick Spielman.
Well, riddle me this: why are Booth and C not playing? Is it because they got Flores and he wants these different players? So now we got to throw away the draft we had last year. Is that what I'm
I don't know
hearing?
why Scene hasn't played. I just don't get it. Like he was looking good in camp too. By the way, Ivan Pace, amazing. Oh, I love it.
Ivan Pace is going to be a player for us. If he can actually get home and actually sack the quarterback, I think he'll be good. But he's definitely shown bursts.
Yeah, no, he's good. Undrafted rookie starting and just 3 games in, he's like one of the highest rated rookies in the NFL. I'm fine with him, but it's not enough, obviously. This cutting thing, I want to go a player. I don't want to fire Kwesi, but I think you got to scare people a little bit. KJ has been close to me being like, get the fuck off the field.
We need more Tristan Jackson and less KJ Osborne. How about that?
Anyone, just bring anyone up. Give fucking Addison all of his routes. Like
Yes.
I'm done watching KJ go across the field just to drop something.
Yeah.
Like any player could be open where he's open.
As long as KJ taking double teams. Every safety in the NFL is like, fuck, I gotta watch where JJ is. KJ Osborne's just like running across the field and then, oh, it's too high for me. You're so athletic. Catch the fucking ball. Or go get the fuck out. Give me Kenny Golladay. I don't give a shit.
Get out of the house. He's kicked
Get
out of the house.
house. Yeah, fuck it. Cut KJ. I'm done with this guy. But it's more defense. The defense is like, I don't know who it's on because they're just not very good. Like the players aren't very good.
They're only going to get better. I feel like. I think it's an adjustment period too. Caleb Evans isn't totally useless. Byron Murphy, I think he'll be okay. I don't really know about the other. Bynum is always kind of around the ball too. Weird, but I think
Cunningham won't help. That's the problem.
From what I'm hearing here, Scene is supposed to back up Harrison Smith, right? He's not the Metellus position. He's not the Bynum position.
Mm-hmm. Well, he needs to figure out how to play a position that he can get on the field because the only position we have covered is Harrison Smith.
I want them to evaluate their players and say, hey, you know what? If we've got to give Andrew Booth more snaps, let's do it, because I'm sick of seeing us give up these gaudy numbers to receivers. It's insane. We've been doing this for years now. What's going on?
And you don't even like Justin Herbert. He was my MVP pick. You don't even like him, and now he just shit all over us. That's got to be embarrassing.
I know, about as bad a look as it can get. But yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. Yeah, Justin Fields is tragic. He didn't even get a touchdown, did he, against the Chiefs?
I don't know, but the most tragic thing to me is that he might be the thing stopping us from getting Caleb Williams if things go worse for us, because
they'll take him instead.
Yep.
And then we'll pick him up off like the waiver wire.
We almost drafted him.
Right. We love just giving second chances and be like, hey, man, like, we know like you just didn't have the right team. You didn't have the right franchise. We'll rebuild you. That could easily happen.
That's the scary part. If we win 5-6 games, we don't make the playoffs, then we don't sign Kirk, because how are you going to re-sign a guy and basically go, all right, let's run it back with a 5-win team, you know? So that's where we'll be, where if we can't get a top quarterback, and this is a quarterback stacked draft, if we can't get one of these top guys, which means like bottom 5 pick, we're going to have to be scraping the waiver wire, finding, you know, whoever gets cut by another team, or
Kyler Murray
of Kyler Murray. Exactly. But that's
and that's where at that point of the season, if it got that weird, really Jefferson's going to be the GM of the team at that point, because we're going to have to do anything that we can to cater to him. He's going to be able to select a quarterback if we can get him or not. We just have to say everything would be appease Jefferson. Please don't leave. Because if you leave, we literally don't even have a franchise.
Yeah, we burned it down for JJ. And, you know, he said he wants to be here, but you only say that until, you know, Christian Ponder shows up and Tavares Jackson starts throwing to you. And then you go, oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
You're ruining my home.
What do you guys think of this? What do you think of this? Trading JJ. Hear me out.
No.
What are you talking about, dude?
Hear me out.
Are you drinking again?
Signing Kirk 4-year deal. Trading JJ for defense. No?
I'm clipping this out.
4-year deal. It's $200 million over 4 years.
Oh my God, dude.
No.
Look, Kirk looks good because he gets to throw to JJ. Let's just put that out there too. Without JJ's 150 yards, he's getting killed.
Like he literally still has the ability to force it 10 other times throughout the game because Jefferson's just padding stats.
Oh no, I'm gonna clip that out, John, and put it on Instagram so that you can feel some internet pain.
Yes, and I'm gonna fucking leave you alone.
I'm gonna stack up the comments and tell this guy like to fuck off.
Could you imagine last year's Buffalo game?
Trading Jefferson and then signing Cousins to 204 years?
Could you imagine last year's Buffalo game without Justin Jefferson making the fucking one-hand falling catch? Like the game just ends, and that's the changes history, you know?
Yeah.
JJ, let's just say JJ's not JJ without Kirk, though, right? Kidding, guys. All right.
Let's go score predictions.
There is some truth. Oh God. I think we are going to be in a low scoring battle. I think this is going to be a defensive fight. Yeah, I'm
John,
thinking like,
what's the over under for the game?
Let me look.
I think it'll be like a 21-18. Again, I'm going to go Vikings.
No, the overs. It's got to be like a 52 for the over.
No,
I would imagine it's a little higher, but I think
because our defense is so bad. Anybody who plays is good for 20 something.
So their defense is bad.
And we're supposed to win. So like so it's
So their offense is bad. Our defense is bad. Our offense is amazing. Their defense is amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like which one gives?
I'll see what the line is right now.
On that.
We got 45.
Yeah, see, that's not high.
45 and a half.
I'll take the over.
You take the over on
easily.
That?
Yeah.
I think you're right in that, LJ. The over, you want to stay away from any Vikings minus 3.5. That's gross. If anything, you want to lay it on the home underdog there at the 3.5.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3-point game. I think we win by 3, and then you hit the home underdog.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
What are your score predictions?
Yeah.
LJ, you have us winning 50-10.
35-14.
All right, close.
Just getting enough of the line. Yeah, I'm taking Vegas's word for it. And 35-14.
24-27 Vikings.
Okay.
I think we somehow win, but I just think because Carolina's so bad, it's not because we're gonna win the game. I think they're just not they're a rebuilding team, and we're not bad enough to tank and be 0-4. So I think we take care of business. We have enough good players. We get the W.
We have to have a bounce back, pissed off blowout at some.
You would think that this would be the one. And I thought the Chargers at home would be the one, but I guess not. You know.
But what do you guys think? Okay, ready? Prediction for a Thielen line. What do you think he does to us?
I think he has both scores, and I think he definitely goes over 150.
I think he definitely scores as well. I think there's no question in that. If you want to look at a nice prop bet, it's going to be Thielen at anytime touchdown.
Oh,
I think he scores, but I don't think he has a lot of yards.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's like 40 yards, 2 touchdowns. Something like that.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 2. I think they get to the red zone and he does a little vintage shake and just eats 2 5-yard touchdowns.
How about the other reunion? You guys forget about the other receiver we're reuniting with?
Who?
out of Iowa, Emir Smith Marset plays for the Panthers. He returns punts for them.
Wow.
If he gets a
Can't
touchdown,
wait.
I'm throwing something at the
If
TV.
he gets a touchdown, oh my God. You know, I'm gonna call it right now. Emir Smith Marset punt return touchdown.
I'm thinking of not watching this game and like going to church instead.
This might be the only game that you can watch and enjoy.
Can we should put JJ as our punt returner at this point.
Oh
They
God, no. The
Yes,
fear
do
of him getting hurt.
I
Imagine-
just loved it when Randy was our punt returner. It was like my favorite era of Vikings football.
Bernard was our punt returner too. Bernard Berrien.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, look, Kene, like, why are you on the team if you're not gonna fucking? Like, we gotta break something. Let's go. But also, Brandon,
He'll be back for the Chiefs and gets a kick return touchdown to win it, right?
You're Brandon Powell. I'm waiting for him to do something. He made the roster. Tell me why.
You know, he had a nice run, but he did fumble the ball, and that looked really bad.
yeah. And then
He-
fucking Jalen. Oh no.
Did you notice when JJ got hurt, they immediately went to Brandon Powell?
I know. I saw that and I started laughing. I was like, "Here we go. Here it comes. He's gonna get
Brandon
like,
Powell season. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's
So odd.
I thought JJ was out for the season there because it looked like a non-contact, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is how every you know."
It did look like one of those
Did you-
things where like he blew
I thought it was over.
everything. Like,
Did you hear
every
how
element-
quiet it got? It was so quiet.
Yeah, dude.
Silent. The
Just
stadium was
the, like,
silent.
Get up. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, and then everyone in the audience, you could see as he got up, they're like cramps, like mouthing, like cramps,
Yeah,
cramps. Like everyone's just like, it's cramps, guys, it's cramps.
In more NFL gossip, Braxton Berrios is trying to like steal some attention from Travis Kelce, Alex Earl.
Oh, nice.
Instagram official with Alex Earl.
Yeah, but to talk about like the level of celebrity.
Yeah,
when it
who's
comes
Alex
to
yeah,
him
but
and
that's
Kelsey,
what
it's not even close.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Who's Alex
Who
Earl?
is this? Yeah.
Alex
Alex
Earl.
Earl's a huge kind of TikToker, now becoming podcaster. She's on, like, her
3.1 million?
Jesus.
She's going to be huge. She just signed a deal.
like-
She's actually the first signing of
Right.
Alex Cooper's new podcast company. She will be one of the most influential women in
Okay.
culture within the next like
who's the one that holds the mic like this? That she like holds the mic and she like just interviewed Drake. She's like a little girl.
Yeah, the little
Oh, that
funny
weird
dude.
girl, Bobby something.
Bobby. They're different. Okay, it's not. I thought.
Yeah,
no, totally different.
They're very different.
They're both women, so you've
Yeah.
got that part.
Yeah, they're both white
But
chicks,
she like
so-
holds the mic weird. It's like a weird aesthetic where it's like
Well, like her whole shtick is like
her,
weird.
yeah, her dry sense of humor is her
Yeah.
whole thing.
industry plant.
yeah, it's
I heard
interesting.
that. I heard that industry.
I think
plan.
she's cool. I find her intriguing. I think that her stuff is pretty funny, but I didn't know who Bobby Earl was. I think
Oh, Alex
Alex.
Earl. Bobby's
sorry.
the big girl.
No, Alex Earl, some of the it's like you probably wouldn't know of her yet, but you will in the next 5 years.
If you were a
3
girl-
million followers. Oh my god.
She's like one of like the highest paid influencers like in the game right now.
How do I not know these?
Why would you?
There are
Okay.
these like new like
No.
faux celebrities that are just like you don't know them. It's like what?
But you
Right.
actually follow her and you didn't even realize that you've been like crushing on her for
It's
months.
like, oh girl.
Should I follow her? Oh, I drop a follow.
Get her- DM her.
Yeah, bro.
No,
Slide
no,
in.
no.
We can have the third power couple of the season, Johnny Spectrum Sweet and whoever the fuck Bobby Weirdface.
Oh, you would do good with Bobby. She is married and has children, but yeah,
She just looks 17.
right.
I
think
know.
she's got like 1 or 2 kids.
Wow.
Yeah, she's so kids.
All right. Well, she could use a third. John, get in there.
Yeah.
Let them know if they want to come on the podcast.
All of them.
But then we've got to.
I mean, like, what am I gonna like talk to them about the Vikings? Like, what?
is that all you have to talk about?
Yeah, come on. There's more. There's more than that.
There's
but I'm
more
saying
to
on
you
the,
than
on
the
the
Vikings.
podcast. On the podcast. I'd hope so, right? I hope so.
I've been hearing that you like the Twins. I hear Houston's trying to actually try to get the 2 seed, but they have an easier win against the Twins because everybody knows that's an easy walk-through playoff game.
But it is.
Yes,
the worst
yes.
wild card team
I
of
like
all
that you
time.
know. I like that you're aware about this. Yes. another fun fact to my fans out there in the internet universe, I will be attending the Twins at Rockies game on Friday. So I'll be making a public
Come
appearance.
say hi.
I'll definitely be in a suite, as you know it. That's why they call me
Oh,
John
well, then
Sweets.
how's the public going to come up to you? If you're
Exactly.
in
Well, I don't know. I'll be walking around the concourse, right, and mingling with the I don't know, the general
Make sure you
populace.
Make sure you follow Vikings Banter on Instagram, and then John will tag what section he's in, and you guys can all come down and
There we go.
sign autographs, take pictures.
Beers on him.
Say hello to any Vikings fans that are out in Denver. Come say hello.
Don't spend too much of our sponsorship dollars with the whole meet and greet.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. The cool thing about Coors Field is if you go before the first pitch, they have $5 Coors Light Tall Boys that they sell, which is the best deal in the majors.
And it's easier to get drunk at altitude, right?
That's right. Another fun fact.
Promo?
No, I'm not reading a promo. No,
he's like looking down.
It's like
between the second and fourth
and the third inning and drop my name. You got a free fucking beer. No.
And if we want to do a Johnny Sweets on the Spectrum stat right now, the blue in the Coors Lights can that science was built at St. Thomas University. You know,
wow. Was it?
That was
Roll Toms, Luke. Roll Toms.
Yep, the blue on the can. Yep.
Is this the logo? Is this what we do?
That's new.
All right, quick. Let's do our Tommy. Let's do our LJ. Let's do our Tommy minute here. Who are the Tommies playing this weekend?
Tom's play. Hold up.
Doesn't even know.
I haven't been able to keep up.
Just
I had a child this week.
Yeah, just a child or nothing. Yeah, let's blame the child.
Did we get any baby Vikings gear? What's the deal? We saw.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. You guys beat Morehead State.
Dude, we will beat the University of Minnesota within
That's not that hard.
5 years. Guaranteed. I got to give it it's going to take a second. I think we'll be able to play them. University of Minnesota's like first game in 3 years will be St. Thomas. It'll be like one of those things.
One of like the first.
You're going to stand for this, Katya? You're wearing the hat.
Ooh. So you guys got the Dayton Flyers this weekend.
It'll probably happen.
Big team.
The Gophers were so embarrassing this weekend. It was ridiculous.
I don't think anyone called the Dayton Flyers a big team.
Yeah, they're definitely they're a basketball school.
Look for Johnny Sweets' practice squad picks from the Dayton Flyers.
Yeah.
In 2024.
But I mean, I guess one of the Tommy stats that's important is their first year of Division I AA ball. They won the conference. So it's like that doesn't happen very often. You go from D3, you come into a whole new conference that's supposed to be difficult for you. We're top dogs in this conference. So we will kind of win out all of our conference games. That's why you roll Toms.
Roll Toms.
Look at that. Luke just coming up with huge new cultural branding for the Tommies.
Ooh, and it's like a cross, right? Like a
yeah. Jesus, baby.
Woo! I'm Jewish. Let's go, Jesus. I will not.
That's awesome. Well, LJ, congrats on your firstborn baby girl. It's
really excited about it.
Yeah. Big step for you.
She's sleeping. Yeah, we just got home like 2 hours ago.
That's crazy, dude.
Hospital?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's straight back to work.
No, they did a water birth at some doula's place. You know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine people doing that, dude. Birthing is a real event. It is a real event. And to do that all at home without the ability to have all these other medical facilities available, you are taking a catastrophic risk by doing it at home. That would be unbelievable.
I think you just lost alumni status at the St. Tom's.
Harvard dad, dude, that's so awesome. I'm happy for you, man. That's exciting. Elof doing well. Yeah,
doing great. Good,
man.
Yep.
Good.
All right, y'all. I think that's it. Let's just hope. Come on, we cannot lose to Carolina. That would be the worst of the worst.
Yeah, that would.
Even though I do like a good rebuild, next year would be super fun if we.
I do like a good rebuild.
Got to do it either way. Either way, it's coming. Let's just have one last good season before it happens, or full tank. I'm not doing the in between bullshit. It's
But
put
we have
together-
never full tanked. The Vikings have too
No,
much.
never.
We're too prideful. We just have too much belief. We too
a
much
lot of jobs on
optimism.
the line too. That's Cox's job. That's Quessie's job. Like these guys get very close to like the firing conversation. If you go 13-4 to a fucking 4-13, you know,
Isn't it amazing that like the Bears and us are not tanking right now, and there's teams like Arizona that are, and we are really giving them a run for their money.
Arizona beat the fucking Cowboys. They beat
What's
like
up
the
with
best
that?
team.
Yeah.
There's only 13 people, myself included, in my survivor pool left, like because of Cowboys and everything else.
Oh.
That's a crazy a lot. What 40% of survivors went down? I saw on that Dallas one. Everyone was riding that.
Unbelievable.
Very pumped to like potentially actually win this in like week 4.
So what did you have last week?
I had the Chiefs. So week 1, I was smart. So week
The
1,
Chiefs
Commanders.
Bears is smart as hell. The Taylor Swift game? Are you kidding me? You grilled it
once, right?
I did Colts week 2, which is like really
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big
for a long
nice,
term.
nice.
Yep.
You got to get like a shitty one as early as you can out of the way. Yeah.
Crazy you
shitty
haven't
ones.
tried to use the Vikings because now it's like, when does it
Will
happen?
not touch.
When are you who do you got this week?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
You can't reveal.
So everybody right now just does whoever plays the Bears.
You can't pick against a team more than once or twice.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you could only pick a winner once.
And then
You can.
against as well.
Same. But you can't just like ride the Cardinals.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It like forces you down the road. It forces you into some bad games.
You can go against the Jets though.
That's what's really scary about it is that you're kind of like, if you don't use a team, it's like
early. Yeah.
then you're down to a coin flip and you're like, this is not going to be good.
I probably would have gone Rams over the Bengals, thinking Joe Burrow wasn't going to play.
No, you know
And
what?
then last minute,
thought about it.
fuck plays. Crazy.
Really thought about doing another upset, but
Joe Burrow looks like a young Kirk Cousins, you know, really good to see. Love to see him. He has a lot to aspire to. He's got a big career ahead of him. Just, you can basically look at Kirk's career and be like, that's me now.
You know what they both had in common? They both got to throw to JJ.
oh yeah, fun. All right, guys.
Crazy.
All right, over now. God bless. This is Vikings
All right,
Banter.
take care. See you guys.
See ya. Goal.